What's going on, dude? Talking about the vault. It's your boy, MC, Spotty Titties. I don't know. But the film I will be reviewing today is Cruella. So just jump straight into it. This one opens with an introduction to Estella through her birth, with some narration from Emma Stone as Estella, Cruella, basically. I'm going to review this film a bit differently to how I usually do them. I'll probably go off on a bit of a rant, so my apologies. I very, very rarely hate a film, but this film really, oh boy, did this film test that. It really tested that. When I first heard about a Cruella Origins film, I thought to myself, probably don't need that, but I'll wait for the trailer. I'll reserve my judgments and I'll wait for the trailer to drop. Watched the trailer and came to the conclusion that this film definitely wasn't needed. I felt that just from the trailer alone, they were trying to glorify and humanise a pretty nasty villain. Again, I thought I was being too harsh and decided to wait and watch the film before making any, kind of harsh judgments. Let me say, ladies and gents, I was right from the get-go. I was bang on from the get-go. The film starts off terribly, honestly, with Cruella's hate of Dalmatians coming from the fact that they killed her mother by pushing her over a balcony. Yup, you heard that right. And honestly, it's not even clear if Cruella has any hate for them, as at the end of the film she has 3 as pets and gives puppies to some of the characters. So if this version of Cruella isn't trying to skin puppies for fashion, is it even really Cruella de Vil? Anyway, I don't think so, but anyway. From there, the film just gets worse and worse. Disney doesn't stop trying to humanise Cruella and forcing that she's an anti-hero down your throat. In fact, it's clear the scriptwriters tried the hardest to make the character of the Baroness look more evil rather than a woman who skins puppies for her day job. All of the characters are just completely lacklustre and one note, if I'm honest. Especially the aforementioned Baroness, who is mean purely just to be mean. Like, there's no depth or nuance to her. She is once again there to make us root for Cruella that little bit more. I was extremely excited when I found out that Paul Walter Hauser would be in this, but found myself disappointed again when his character, with his awful Cockney accent, would appear on screen. Anytime, he'd appear on screen with that god-awful Jason Statham-esque Cockney accent, I just felt the disappointment, becoming deeper and deeper. This whole film is just one massive cringe fest, from the cringy dialogue to the way Cruella saunters around like she's the best thing since free internet porn. The film is also far, far too long. You could have told this story in half the time. 2 hours was just depressingly long. Excuse me. At the end of it all, though, my anger stems from Disney ruining this iconic villain by trying to make her more relatable. Not to mention that the message this film will send to younger people is truly atrocious. It basically says that if you act, like a horrible person and do horrible things to people, then you'll be rewarded, and that's the right way to go. It's just abysmal. And I guess the soundtrack is pretty cool, I guess, and there's a couple of cool scenes, but that's not enough to save this film, unfortunately. If you want to see a similar film like this, I suggest trying The Devil Wears Prada. It's far more engaging, and each character is better written and has more depth than any in Cruella. I really didn't learn anything from this film. So let's just jump to the 2 most important questions. Question number 1, would I recommend this film? I honestly wouldn't recommend this film. I wouldn't take your kids to watch this film, as the message it's trying to send across is just abhorrent. It's not a nice message at all. I really don't understand why Disney and other film studios insist on making villains, evil characters, relatable. So I would, if you have kids, I generally would not bring them to see this film. Having said that, does this film belong in the vault? I think you already know my answer. 100% this film does not belong in the vault. This film is just, like I said, I rarely hate films. Like, I can always see, like, the good aspects of a film, but this film just completely, I hated it. Absolutely hated it. I don't understand why they're trying to humanise a pretty nasty villain. And from what I've read, they are doing a second film. So, I mean, unless Cruella is trying to catch these dogs to skin them, it's not really going to be a Cruella de Vil film. This film generally just felt like, a really boring 2-hour-long film about fashion, really, and just characters who are just abysmal, just awful characters. But I will stop there. But I won't keep bashing this film any longer. There we have it. There's my review for Cruella. As always, if you've seen it and you loved it, let me know what you loved down in the comments below, because I'm struggling to kind of love anything about this film. If you hated it, again, let me know why down in the comments below. As always, guys, if you like what I'm doing here, stutter. If you like what I'm doing here, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video with your friends, your pets, your family, your friendly neighbourhood, villains that skin dogs alive. I don't fucking know. And until the next one, peace, love me, dudes.